Okay, let's go. Let's play more attack sub with Solitaire rules, but this time we will try out the VASSAL module. Last time we played it in Tabletop Simulator. And I want to try out a big scenario this time. Turn home. And this time we will play it from the US perspective. Yeah, the VASSAL module comes with the classic art of the original game. Holy boy. Wow, Philos 4. Philos 2. I know, man. Number of Philos 1. Another healer. Subs again. The massive surface group. The carrier. The Kiev. Only 2 subs in play. 1 sub is currently not. Seawolf 1 proved ally. It's brutal. Let's try it out. So yeah, about normally the Solitaire rules call for deck splitting. Also makes sense, especially yeah, because the AI is drawing different card amounts than the player. This has also something to do with time progression and so that a player can't cheat by keeping cards away, and it's not really that difficult to modify a VASSAL module if you get into the main menu. And those cards are very well sorted here, basically all doublets. So you could easily split the deck. But without modifying the module, it's not that easy like in Tabletop Simulator. And I also noticed yesterday in the playthrough in Tabletop Simulator, I often mix the decks up. I will now play with 1 deck. Period. Good, we have 2 subs. We have the USS Annapolis, improved LA class. Our mission is to approach a major surface action group. Or carrier action group even. And sink whatever we can. Soviet carrier Kiev has operated successfully in Atlantic since the outbreak of hostilities, but now needs to return to port. The battlecruiser Kirov is sent out to escort her back. All NATO submarines in the area are direct towards the force, in hopes of bagging a major prize. Soviet. Reinforced. Soviets are already together. We might receive another LA class, not improved as reinforcements. Here it's Asheville, but okay. NATO wins by sinking either the Kiev or the Kirov. Otherwise the Soviets win. Once player has entered the second deck, the Soviet may draw a random number every time he plays an open range card, which is not negated by NATO. If he draws a random number less than the current deck, the scenario is over. Oh, every turn. Every time they play open range, which is not counted. Okay, we have only a close window, so our two main targets are the Kirov, which can launch 2 helos. It is a battlecruiser, a nuclear guided missile battlecruiser. Yeah, exactly. I think it's the biggest conventional warship, or was the biggest conventional warship in service. Then we have the Kiev, which can launch 4 helos. It is a converted... It is a... guided... It's not really a helicopter carrier, I think it is... also has VTOL aircraft. Yeah, it has VTOL aircraft. I'll say... designate those as H. Sure. But it's still a converted battlecruiser and has sensors and a ton of weapons. Then we have a Krivak 2 class frigate, a Nikolaev Kara class guided cruiser, and a Tallinn guided cruiser, which also can launch helo. They can both launch helos. 1 helo. So in theory, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. In theory, the Soviets could bring in 8 helos. What a massive scenario. And we have currently 2 subs. We can't engage the entire Soviet group. Our goal is to quickly close in and kill either the Kiev or the Kiev and call it. Good, we have 2 subs, that gives us 5 cards. Okay. Mostly useless. We have at least a passive sensor detection or active sensor, but oh, where's the strongest sensor? I see Wolf 6. The improved is also not bad. Who's the easiest to be detected? Both. Who's the easiest to be killed? The Kirov. But I want the Kiev. We'll focus on the Kiev, on main target. Could I play passive sensor with a Seawolf? Sensor strength 6, which is an auto. Nah, wait, the sensor can fail. Which it doesn't. 7. Kiev is detected. Yesterday we played, I think, the opposite to the contact levels, but the contact levels should look like that. Seawolf is green. And the surface group has only 1 black whip. So they share the data. So we detect the Kiev. The Seawolf detects it. Increase screen. So we played the opposite, which is interesting. But it makes sense. For example, here, no attack, no attack. I played the opposite, which is creating problems. For example, the Seawolf is very stealthy. The hostiles first need 3 contact levels on her in order to be able to attack her. While we already can attack the Kiev. Yeah? That's how you play it. We did it exactly the opposite. Doesn't incorporate how easy it is to track ships and attack them. Okay, we got a gain on the Kiev and that's it. Fortunately, I can't discard the deck because you can... Otherwise I would have any actions. And that I can't do anything. Can pull a 5th card and now the Kirov pulls 2 cards. Kirov pulls... yeah, we forgot to determine aggressive or not. Okay, I pulled here a 1. And the next card will determine if they are aggressive or if they are scattered and focused. The next 2 cards. But they will, I think it doesn't matter, they will definitely pull active sonar on both. Kirov. Okay, sensor value of the Kirov is 2, 3. Tries to deck the LA class improved. That card will now determine if aggressive or not. They are aggressive. 0, 3. Doesn't detect. Seawolf. 4. 5. 6, 7. Damn. To detect. It is equal, right? Yeah, detect on 7. Yeah. Seawolf is detected by the Kirov. Can we counter active sonar? No. The second card is focused or scattered. It is scattered. So it will attack both subs, or all 3 subs later on. And this card might be important because it's this week might this is LA. Notes. Ah, here is the scenario description. Okay. Aggressive. Scattered. I think that might be a rather short scenario. It will go brutal fast. Next, Kiev. There is a contact reduction. Ah, it's a sub-only card. Doesn't. Second card. Ah, yeah. It's not interesting. I mean, aggressive, yeah, okay, but it is a carrier group. Do you really want to close in range? I don't think that makes sense. Best PDF reader ever, it's called. Compared to that Complete train wreck of Adobe. You boot it up, man. You want to read a PDF. Get 20 pop-ups. It takes ages. Requires my... It's what? CPU power. Let's get a goddamn document open. And you get pop-ups no matter what. Then you close it, man. You get 5 other pop-ups. Adobe, man, must be really desperate these days. And but they're selling Photoshop. Shouldn't they have enough money? I mean, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, open range, but exactly. Forget it. The Kiev can't open range because it doesn't. It's not in contact with the subs. Ah, wait, they are in contact, of course. It's the Seawolf. Yeah, good question. So they could open range and basically trade Kiev detection with Seawolf detection. You know, to protect the carrier. But that's a good, tough question now. I mean, I think the Solitaire rule is not saying anything about that. Let's think. It's really tough. I mean, on one hand, they want to escape. That's the primary goal. So the kill for the Kiev, but on the other hand, they might also destroy them. Question is not closing, but the question is whether doing nothing or opening range, which they could. But open range with the Seawolf. Yeah, come on, I think that sounds reasonable. Can I counter it? Yeah, I could counter it. How is the reinforcements mechanics working again? Modified random number 6 or higher. And modified by the current deck. So we need 5. Cannot be negated. Yeah, it's also a tough question for us. So the Kiev tries to open range, which would kill all contact levels. Do I want to counter that? Do I rather want to take the chance and bring in the LA? Could let him do that. Yeah, that's yeah. Good, next. Kvak 2. Oh, good that she called. Okay, no helos for you. Nothing. Believe. Also of an active sonar on both subs. It's a sensor value of 1. Plus 1 is 2. 3. Not enough. Seawolf. Detected. So the entire surface group is again in contact and knows about the Seawolf. The Seawolf doesn't know anything. Tallinn. Brings in a helo. They launched a helo. Basically keep that card active. Yeah, they have a helo hunting us. Good, our turn. This there's only one card I can. Later open close range. Try to bring in the LA class. They're not. So we have 3. Do we fail? For the other sub, I have nothing to play. This guy's not allowed a few player action. Deck is looking bad. Is it? Could have already launched on the key. Is that fire card? She's a really high attack value for. Should have perhaps rather cancelled that. Open range. Okay, that's it. We need to consider every move. So should have rather cancelled that. Because I mean, LA class are not bad. Yeah? So it's a regular one. But with there I gain an additional tactical card. And pulling off a 6 is not that hard, but we simply had no luck. Directing her towards the battlefield. Get off. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean opening range doesn't make sense for them. Closing range. Again, because they're aggressive, okay, but in that situation, I don't know. I don't think they want that. This card. Passive sonar detection, all subs. Both fail. Kiev. Passive sonar detection attempt on both subs. It's a 5. Oh, that's a 8. Seawolf again detected. But still no attack possible. Klivak. Passive sonar detection. Detects the Annapolis. I think so. 6, 7, exactly, yeah. And Seawolf. Kidding me. Detects also a Seawolf. It's a value 1. 6677. Draws you. So no attack possible there. But the Seawolf is now fair game. Nikolaev. Can't lock on. Tallinn. Oh, can't. Helicopter check. Her helicopter check is 5 or higher, otherwise a helo needs to return. Ah, jeez. Yeah. Helo stays in action. Helo. A Helix Helo is hunting us down. Gets +2 attack, but fire, but needs a contact level of 4. Only not possible. Okay, Helo is looking around but doesn't find anything. Our turn. I discard all cards. I keep the weapon lock on 1/1. Four new cards. Kill off. Contact reduction. There's no need for it. Here's contact 0. And a close open range. Again, don't see a reason for that. Ah wait, contact reduction. No, there's a... put that back. Contact reduction can be played on Annapolis, which has a contact. Can contact reduction countered? Can it be countered as contact reduction? So the kill off of the surface noise, which you can play and reduce the contact of LA improved. We struggle to get close. Kiev. Subsona. Aggressive, passive. Aggressive goes active. Pulls off our active sonar against both. Active sonar malfunctions. And everything is cancelled. Heal off. No helo for you. But a helo check is conducted. Always when we draw that card. But the helo stays airborne. Of the Tallinn. Second card. Of action. Nikolaev. Yeah, again we talked about that so it doesn't... Wait, the Seawolf has a contact level? Yeah, they have on us contact. Yeah, I think it's the opposite from yesterday. Talon. Pulls off a passive sonar. Face both. Elo. Ooh. Elo approaches the Seawolf, fires a torpedo against the Seawolf. Do anything against it. Torpedo is being fired against the Seawolf. It's 8. Elo says +2 attack. +2 plus 1 fire is 3. Boah, misses. Our turn. I need new cards. I could play a contact reduction on the Seawolf. I play a contact reduction for the Seawolf. Success. Good. Seawolf is out. Slipped a bit out, but Wolfpack is still hunting them down, but so far this... One torpedo was already fired in our direction. Luckily missed. They're not getting close to the main target. Throw those cards out. Gear off. Try some... Yeah, no weapon lock on. Attempts a passive sonar detection. Seven plus 2 is enough. Detects a Seawolf again. Despite the Seawolf being so silent, they pull really good rolls against Kiev. Healer. Oh. Weapon lock on the Seawolf. Attack value 2 plus 1 fire is 3. Fires at the Seawolf. I have no counter. Hero leader is new, yeah. I was thinking to request it when once I'm done with the 2 videos of the warfighters. But I need to check. I'm not always a fan of all the leader games. Sure, if I in the future want to review stuff. Board games always take a time to learn. But yeah, exactly. I wanted. Good that you mentioned it. I wanted to see to look up a board game playthrough to see if it is my cup of tea. Yeah, it depends also of your interest. I mean, Huey's first doesn't sound that, but first thing is I don't know exactly what said Huey's. I mean, it is I guess somewhat like air assault, close air support, so air transport. First need to realize what they exactly how this game exactly looks, how it plays different, because they have all very different ideas. I'm still not really sure about the Spruance Leader game. And it was absolutely on my table, I own it. I even bought it. Before they, one day later, sent me a review code. Because I couldn't wait. Oh yeah, assault and support in general, yeah. Since Vietnam and something like such. And North Africa expansion, yeah, I mean, it's Warfighter. I'm not a really big Africa fan, I must admit. And I still couldn't locate the, but it is solid Warfighter. I mean, World War II Warfighter always works. I mean, a bit screwed up is the entire scenario setup. Placing that machine gun bunker too late, also not placing that barbed wire, which might require special equipment. But I couldn't locate a barbed wire card so far. Because that machine gun is placed immediately, plus that barbed wire, and then you can plan your equipment. Should have done that first and not run into the first location card and then pull up the machine gun and the barbed wire in order to figure out perhaps that we are missing something. I have currently no idea how to get past that barbed wire and especially past that machine gun. But so far it is solid, yeah, especially for people that are a fan of North Africa. Armored Warfare, yeah, Armored Warfare, I must say, really had a hard time to dig in Warfighter. I once did that Tiger game. It was interesting. Solo Tiger. Exactly, I wanted to play that again. Warfighter Solo Tiger. I wonder how that works out in Africa, having some nice tank battles. But the problem is simply because of this massive focus on single individuals. Need to pull off something like a single tank, like a Panzer leader type of experience. I mean, you can roll like platoon of tanks, but yeah, I mean, platoon of tanks might be fine, but will of course eat a ton of resources. But also cheaper tanks, Panzerkampfwagen 1, 2, they don't cost that much. You don't need to face, I don't know, trillions of Shermans. Okay, we have a weapon lock-on. I can't counter it. On the Seawolf. By the Klevak 2. Fires. Ooh. Should be fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. Defense is 8. Torpedo misses. Yeah, but that was lucky. Our luck will run out soon if you don't come up with a solution here. Nikolaev. Active sonar against both. Fires. Nothing to counter. 4, 5, 6 doesn't detect. Doesn't detect. Yeah, next I will check out the Mediterranean module, perhaps even now, after that. Perhaps I need a break. I feel really, getting closer to those carriers. It sounds easier, just body back one of those ships, but we had this one chance to go aggressive. We missed our window now. It's not over yet, but you really have this Wolfpack feeling, man. That you're defending hard. Passive sonar detection on both. Helo check. Helo. Bad weather. Hey, Mikey. Helo is grounded. Very good. And bad weather sets in. Okay, and now we continue with the second sonar check. Sonar malfunctions. The Nikolaev can't pull off any sonar checks anymore. Before it is not repaired. And the Helo is grounded. And bad weather sets in. Bad weather marker. That is good for us. Good amount. Boost. Voll Black, Wetter. Exactly. Detect defense toggle. Detect defense toggle. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if there's a bad those little icons for what? This is for the hardcore people that know all values by heart. Normally I would expect it here somewhere. It's here. It's a orange marker. Yeah, we could use that for, but there's no weather. At least I don't know how. Keep a note, okay. So throwing something on the table would be great. Is that red? 20% here. Isn't untriggered on the cards. Was sind Helo cards to trigger? Yeah, good, okay, then we need to use something. Orange marker, for example. Seems. Small. Good enough. So there's no, I can't find a weather marker. What was it, 4 or higher? Nah, exactly 4. They need exactly 4. For the weather to clear. Bad weather. Look at here. Check the weather. If he draws a random number 4 or higher here. Thing. The manual I had for whatever reasons had this here removed. Makes more sense. It's also difficult, of course, to draw. But I would say bad weather is rather serious. It's a subrules PD. I said it was visual. It's interesting because a lot of those showed up, but exactly that bad weather one here. If he draws random number more than 4, weather clears, which is rather easy to achieve. Can do that once per turn. And of course, now I mean the manual I used yesterday on the, because I'm currently not on my main machine traveling, had this bigger equal bigger removed, and it was simply random number 4. Just difficult to pull off, yeah, but then you have bad weather downing your helos. On the other hand, I think it's rather very tough. I mean, it's rather a very major impact. Having your helos down that severely just by a bad call. So we will play with 4 or higher. Strange, what was it for a rulebook I used there? Someone just rubbered it, someone just erased it out. Was also on the damage repairs, it was also the same. The damage control is now probably also equal or higher. Just I think very hard to pull off. I think this makes more sense. On the other hand, I don't know, damage control 4 or higher, what was it? I mean, it's rather easy to achieve. System malfunction, I mean, yeah, okay, system malfunction is 4 or higher or play technician card. Yeah, I think that was also here a race, it was 4 or play a technician card. What's about damage control? That's a different rulebook. Yeah. But it was printing mistakes on the... Because the one I used was printed in lower quality. And PDF'd. This one here seems to be rewritten. Back in the day, sometimes it happened that some letters didn't got printed out. And you suddenly had different rules. See, damage control is not even mentioned of it. Because you can't repair damage. And that would make sense. I hear damage control. Yeah, okay, damage control you can only achieve with a card. But you can only repair... yeah. A reduced detection defense value is never restored. Yeah, okay, we'll play with those rules here. I think it makes more sense. I mean, calling a damage on a but repairing a ship and having to call exactly a 4 could argue, yeah. Calling a 4 or higher, I think is acceptable. What is it? I don't know, 50% of it. Playing exactly a 4, but it would make sense. I mean, it's not that easy to repair a malfunction. And there's also jets, helos. And is it, what is it for theaters? I guess Vietnam, but is there also other wars included? The timelines. Okay, that was Nikolaev and now the Tallinn. Nothing. Good, us, discard all cards. Not play the active sonar. This might increase the chance that the sea will... We could play it on Annapolis, but... Just Nam? Okay. I mean, in the air assault role, it was basically just used in okay, now to some extent also in other war. Yeah, but air assault was a major conflict after Vietnam. Gulf War, where they already was, at least for air assault. I mean, the hero was still operational, but in the air assault role. Ah, come on, what is that here? That is good. I play, I like Justice. Kirov. Nothing. I will put a cuts. Kiev. Ooh, passive sonar detection. On both. Fails. Fails. Also, there's a malfunction. If a ship is malfunctioning, rather first the contact is not strong enough. Okay, next time they would rather try to repair it first, not to push it. Close air support, but also air assault or not? Rolling in also some dudes. Also incorporated. With some nice music running and some dude with a surfing board. And then, yeah, of course, provide air support to them. Contact reduction. Not 3 needed now. Nikolaev. Attempts active sonar on both. Ah, here's a malfunction. And they would pull a repair attempt. If you pull that, the entire system shuts down. So they even made it worse. Sensor malfunction cycle is now -2. Ah, no, okay. It's not down. But it's basically now down. It is down. So another one. So das yeah, that was it's the wrong button. Malfunction increase. Ah, yeah, okay. But they now need to even repair more. But if they only have one, can it go beyond one if they only have one? I don't think so. It's the malfunctions. No, they suffer it hard. They will now suffer even more with the repairs. It was in Nikolaev, yeah. Doesn't read that it's limited by the sensor value. They now need to repair even twice to get their sensor value 1 back. A lone surface ship needs to lower its contact, but they're not alone. Yeah, nice. They simply now have even a bigger challenge to repair that sensor. Which is not too bad for them. I mean, they're running in a big group. It's not really a big deal for them. Talon. Weapon lock on. Contact required 2. No, can't fire. No, helo is not possible because of the bad weather. Okay, weather check. What was it, 4 or higher, right? Yeah, weather clears. But at least it saved us 1 helo cycle. So it definitely did something good for us. Yeah, I think exactly R4 is a bit hard. But I think it is indeed, perhaps there was a misprint yesterday. For whatever reasons I saw that. Good. We still ended up with crap cards. So drawing nothing good. We can play the contact reduction on the Seawolf. But we can do that all day. But the chance that they pull off a torpedo is of course high. So I have here massive cards, lock-on cards, whatever. Player contact reduction. Which can't be countered. We're not getting close, but at least we are safe now for the moment. Good. Kirov. Ah, wait, I want to do it here. Kirov, close open range. We talked about that. Leave it alone. That would give the US subs more advantage. Okay, nothing. Kiev. Nothing. We talked about that. Neuklo. Contact reduction. There's nothing. Nikolaev. Ah yeah, no wait. Starting with deck 2 they can escape. Yeah? And then those open range cards will become important. With deck 2 they can start to escape and we will lose the scenario. Reduction is not needed. Ah wait, the Nikolaev pulled a 5, which I think is a successful repair. Yeah, 4 or higher, right? Yep. So they repaired the system to 1. Ah, it makes sense, that feels more natural. Pulling exactly R4, that would be super brutal. Especially imagine you have 2 damage like those guys. And you need to pull exactly 4 twice. I forget it. Nah, I think that is a misprint with this exact 4. Same for the helos. Imagine here the helos are a big thing here in this scenario. So 3 of those ships can launch helos. But first they need to pull helo cards. Tallinn. Active sonar. 3, is it enough? 3, 4, 5, no. Okay. I forgot to pull a 5th card. I discard all cards. But we burn also through the deck. Like that. This is... Okay, passive sonar is good. Maybe open range or something. Close open range. Oh yeah, very good. That is good. Now we can play both and perhaps bring in another LA class. But this turn I will do nothing. Kirov. Battle stations. Which means they can now play... They can pull another card and then pull 2 more cards. They bring in a helo. Kirov has a helo. And they can even pull another card. Or another 2 cards. They attempt a passive sonar detection on both. First fails, second fails. Going through the deck. But they have a helo in play, which will go active next turn. Kiev. Man, now we can play it faster like that. Attempts are active sonar. First fails, second 2, 3, 4, 5 fails. Going through that deck. Ah, wait, they had... okay, they had that malfunction, but yeah, okay. Next time. Not a reduction. But it's not that fast, yeah. So I should have checked the cards here and there. Pass a sonar attempt. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. And a helo check. Okay, let's first pull off the helo check. Helo. That is the Kiev. Yeah, Kiev stays afloat. 6-6, that is 6-7-7. Both detected. Can't believe it. The Soviets pulling off here. Ah, there's hotkeys for that. Control B? Yeah, that would be great. It's not working. Oh, I said, man, sometimes VASSAL is so stupid, man. Select a card. Ah, it's working. No, okay, no, VASSAL is very smart. You need to select a card, then you can pull off the hotkey, okay. Yeah, makes sense, otherwise you would pull off random stuff on the map. So I don't need to go through all those menus. Ah, yeah, very smart. B for black, P for purple. Decreases even here, control, shift, okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, that's easy. Especially black is important. Okay. Ah, yeah, helo stays afloat, we already figured that out. Nikolaev will attempt a repair. Fails. Tallinn. Goes off a technician, but they don't need one. The Nikolaev needs a technician. They are allowed to do 2 repair checks. Are they? By the solo rules. As of course some things that should be important are not posted this. Wait, battle stations. If the bot draws battle stations, take a second action again, drawing 1 or 2 cards. Yeah. Are they allowed to draw another? Also, yeah, I need to somehow a bit expand them on our own. Yeah, technician then basically is only for video game looks interesting. Yeah, I will check it out. Anyways. That was the first card, second card, battle station, so they can pull off another 2 cards. Weapon lock on. Okay, good. Now we come and play. I will play close and open range in order to bring in the 3rd sub. What was it, 4 or higher, right? Come on, Jimmy, give me 4 and higher. I don't know, no bollocks now. $1,000 US. Correct. Man, DVG is making a big blinds, man. They're playing only big blinds. They're not getting to the table until they play the big blinds. 100k. Yeah, I want to have a sub module for here, Mick. I want to roll here, Mix. So we make a kilo leader. Yeah, they do Kickstarter for almost all their games. For all their games, they do Kickstarters since a decade or something. So that is also they try out the ideas. If they don't raise enough money, they drop it. Makes sense. Yeah. This is a model that works. Those people that already pay for the Kickstarter, they basically receive the module, yeah? Or their game. I mean, that's a lot of wargame or board game developers do that, especially nowadays with that rather little audience. They usually have a game idea which they either put on Kickstarter, but they must do it in their own pre-order. And if, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 people sent in pre-orders, the game is greenlit. If they don't get 1,000 pre-orders, the game is dropped. Often the game is not even completely finished by that point. Also what here, Legion games or whatever they do. I mean, it's a safe bet, yeah. First check out how many want to buy it, how big the interest is. There was already a couple of games which never realized because there was not enough pre-orders. Or not enough Kickstarter. Kickstarter, you of course need to pay as a Kickstarter. Do it on your own page with pre-orders. And if the game is not realized, then the pre-order is cancelled and you receive your money back. It's good, yeah, especially if you have a small audience. Small but dedicated audience. Know what to expect. It's not like some starter here, Earth 2. Earth 2 video game and be part of the next gen game where you can do everything. Like in, what's it called, New Player One. Do you ever made a game or any? Did you ever made an MMORPG or did you ever make a game in your life? No, but we will pull off the biggest game in history of the world. After 10 years, man, you get some Unreal demo, man, with assets from the asset store, with the cheapest asset store, and you can buy, but you can already buy property for real money. What was it? Earth 2, Earth 2, man. I'm a big backer, man. I'm a premium backer. I'm a big dick backer. Huh? It's $5,000 plus, man. And I own all Star Citizen. Is also good. Yeah, I own all ships in Star Citizen, man. When that game launches, my grandchildren will then tell me, I will have the biggest fleet, man. I will have the biggest button, biggest fleet, biggest cannon in my pants, I tell you, man. Yeah, that Robert dude, man, I read about him. I mean, sure, he made, what did he make? Wing Commander. But that dude has really, if you, has really a nice bio. He was in Hollywood pulling off some shady stuff there, which also involved scams. And he got even not got persecuted, legally persecuted for it, but I don't know the outcome. For some Hollywood scam. Just not that far away from what you see. And he now owns with all that backer money he got from Star Citizen. I mean, the game is developed, it's not a complete scam, but you can, of course, it's a joke compared. I think the original release was planned for 2012 or something. But I mean, yeah, video game development is not easy, man. You can't you know, misjudge by 20 years. But dude owns a villa for 2 million, employs almost his entire family, pays himself a salary of, I don't know what, 1 million per year. With all that backer money. And that's how it works. I mean, you push it, fake it until you make it, yeah? That is real. Fake it until you make it. I mean, this backing model can be also alive. Again, it's not a scam. I mean, I'm making that game, but it's a joke. But he's living off, yeah? He's living off like a king from it. Yeah. I mean, at one point they had, I don't know, hundreds of developers, but there's no coordination, you know, like Bethesda when they did Starfield. It doesn't matter if you have 500 developers, if they don't work together, it's bullshit, man. And every Star Citizen presentation is, man, look at our hair physics. If people come up with some details nobody gives a damn about, you know they have nothing to present. if they talk about hair physics, but you have those nerds and those whales and those tarts that, oh man, wow, crazy hair physics, man. Who can we make that game first? MMORPG. They already switched the engine twice or thrice. Now they're using that Amazon engine, that spin-off of the Cry engine, which is considered controversial to this very day. I mean, that Amazon MMORPG also tanked hard. Also because of the engine, because it seems like very hard to work with it. Modern developers can't pull off MMORPGs like people did 20 years ago. So all that infrastructure and all that complexity in programming, they can't pull it off anymore. It's crazy that people pulled it off in the late 90s, early 2000s. They pulled off some of the best MMORPGs. It's a crazy stack with 100 of the money and 100 of the team size. And nowadays you can't pull it off anymore. I'm not talking about WoW only. I'm talking about games like, what was it called, EverQuest and what? What do I want to check? Ah, yeah, reinforcement. But yeah, Star Citizen is for me also a meme. I mean, I checked that game. Sure, it has content, but it's also, I know it's not really going beyond that tech demo. I mean, there's this, which also really tanked somehow, with that I own that Elite Dangerous game. Just really a strong start, but somehow also then, once they made that big money with it from the initial sales, they were too busy to counting that money, yeah. Oh, 6 or higher. Ah, but 5 or higher because of the deck. Yeah. Okay. Should we play here? Give me a 5 or higher, or otherwise I will immediately quit and throw my PC out of the window. Okay, it's over. So yeah, Tony, you want to eat a notebook? Come on. Yeah. Sleeping. Okay, next time. Yeah, I failed the reinforcement core. US deck. Ah, Tony, keep sleeping. It was just a joke. No, man. Biggest mistake in my life. But that was and the was the Annapolis. The Seawolf will play a passive sonar detection on all. But yeah, on all. But that might come with a chance of malfunction, and we will burn faster through the deck. Now perhaps I don't want to call it on all. That is a good example. The question is often was asked in the forums: why don't you want to do a sonar detection against everyone? Yeah, because we will pull 5 cards. A, that raises the chance of sonar malfunction. B, it burns faster through the deck. Because basically, Seawolf spent a lot of time to figure out all those contacts. And time is against us in this scenario, so I will only pull sensor detection against the Kirov and the Kiev first. Looks good. Pretty sure detection, yeah, it's a massive detection. Good, we got a sensor gain on the Kirov. Did a screen. It might be Shift G, right? Ah, Control G. Yes, baby. Get that, man. Hotkeys. Oh, yeah, exactly. But I didn't check the second one, wait. Did I? No. Ah, but it is good. Already predicted that, because I'm counting cards. I'm a card counter. Always sitting man on those, in those Las Vegas casinos playing attack sub. Counting those cards. Shit, man, how many torpedo cards in play? Wait. +1. +1. I'm betting +1, yeah. Give me one, give me another card. Monsieur, your sub got sunk. Rien never plus. Rien never sub. Damn. Pay off my debts. Okay, that's it. 2 cards. Oh man, the deck is burning. Small. Ah, okay, that is good. Active sonar, not that good. Contact reduction is good. Ah, we have 2 contact reductions, very good. Now joke with dogs about food, like joking with woman about talking her shopping. Or driving skills. Okay. Kirov. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. I mean, now we could consider that the Sea-Wolf has a chance to attack. They want to live, they might play open range. They also have attack against me. But I mean, time is for them. So they open the range. Do I want to oppose that? If I oppose that, I can't call in the reinforcements next turn. I think if I would be a Soviet player, I might play open range. Or keep the Kiev and the Kiev safe. Yeah. Because otherwise I can't fire him. Get a torpedo card. I'm not opposing that, so everybody loses one contact. Gee. Enemy are back. Very well. Hilo. We burned through the first deck. We are in the second deck, and the Soviet surface group is now allowed to escape if they can pull it off. Oh, weapon stock on, but no. They opened range. Kiev. Those open range. No, it doesn't make sense for them to open range. But exactly. God, I didn't want to pull. They can now attempt evasive checks, yeah? Where was it here? Notes. But the number needs to be less, so only 1 or 0. Are you kidding me? Are you God damn it. Well, I mean, the Soviet deck is rigged. The Soviet deck is rigged. But Jimmy, you're playing with one deck. Yeah, the deck is rigged. Soviet non-existent AI is card counting. They are banned from my table, man. They are card counting, man. Yep. The surface group escapes. They pulled a 0. So the chance was, I don't know what, but they escaped, yeah? Because we were too passive, too defensive. That was a really liked scenario. We might really need to replay that. Man, crazy for a card game how good that worked out. We wanted to play it safe, not endanger ourselves, but wanted a contact game, which is impossible. I mean, what were we supposed to do? We are supposed to kill the 2 main capital ships of the Soviets, but trying to stay safe on our own. I mean, play dangerous waters, and it will be difficult to work out. Either you get close, try to get a shot on them, which might involve the risk of getting torpedoed yourself, yeah. The Soviets escaped, the Soviets win. But I must say, for a card game, that was nuts. How good that played out. I mean, you can reimagine how that here wolf packing around those guys. How they're searching for us with the helos. Bad weather happened. Torpedoes were fired, but missed. And they snooped us up very early. I think a big mistake by me was that early allowing that open range by them. Should have opposed it, because then I would have had a fire solution with at least 1 torpedo. Who knows, that might have crippled the Kiev. I mean, there's even a possibility it's sunk. I mean, if you pull off a sunk, that ship is immediately sunk. I mean, those modern torpedoes are so high payload. Sure, carrier or battlecruiser, they of course have torpedo defense construction, but those torpedoes, those modern torpedoes, are so brutal. Single torpedo can rip apart even a capital. And here Seawolf, and they roll here Mark 48s. Yeah. And look at the torpedo, is again one of the most, or if not the most expensive single weaponry item in the US arsenal. If you talk about tactical weapons. Yeah, the hunted is cool, yeah. But that was interesting, yeah. Not aggressive enough. I'm returning to port and relieved from command the USS Seawolf for show of lack of aggressiveness. They handed me a free 1-month membership on OnlyFans of the choice of my content creator, and also here 1-month sub for one titstream or content creator, and called me not aggressive enough, confident enough, and I'm not allowed to serve on any sub anymore for the entire rest of my life. Ah, no, that was a perisher. I don't like that, but the Brits, if you attend the perisher command course, which is basically if you succeeded, and you need to consider, the perisher is not made for noobs. The British perisher course is made for seasoned veteran submarine officers which already served in the XO, first weapon officer, whatever role. But if you attend the perisher course, yeah, which usually happens after you already served on subs for several years, yeah, minimum, and you fail that course, you are dismissed from the submarine force for your life and have to serve on surface. I don't like that. I find it rather stupid just for failing a course. To remove somebody that might be having a veterancy on subs. Failing a course like that, okay, perhaps you're not a... there was some similar principles in service with Special Force, and a lot of Special Force dropped that. Because I realized it is bollocks. You can have really a super competent attendee. He simply has a bad day, I don't know, gets a bad foot or whatever on the Hell Week. Screws something up and is dismissed from qualification. If you bear him out for a lifetime, is, I don't know, stupid. But sure, it might ramp up the pressure, I guess that's what they want to do. They want to put maximum pressure on those submarine commanders or possible submarine commander prospects. But removing some dude man that already served, that is, it doesn't sound that smart. But I mean, the Brits, they know what they're doing, but I don't know. Have some dude that already has a lot of competence in submarines, and then you kick him out. Then do something like, I don't know, if he faced 2-3 times or something, 3 times. First time fail. I don't know, you screw up one exam, you are thrown out of the perisher course. I immediately please leave the submarine force forever. No, but it's nuts. But I'm not really a fan of it. From a human resource standpoint. Yeah, crazy, man. But that card here, man, is 0. So you're kidding me. What's the next card? 1. Yeah, I mean, I like the old school art of the VASSAL module. It really has this Avalon Hill old school look, which is... Yeah, sure. I mean, the Tabletop Simulator module has this modern art drawn from, pulled from the Board Game Geeks forums, I think, by section. Also looking cool. But I think I must say those old school, upfront, old school 70s, 80s card games, they have something, simply a timeless look. I also like those silhouettes. It's old school cards, man. I mean, it's obviously very similar to Upfront. They look really cool. Was there some sort of upfront modernization? Most people rejected it. Said, Jimmy, give us the original cards. Nobody wants that modernized. Hey man, we can do some 3D characters like Fortnite. Nah, fuck off, give me the originals. Yeah, cool. I mean, not much happened. 2 torpedoes were fired. But it was quite a nice hide and seek. So I want to play another scenario, but perhaps if I get too tired, I might indeed now try out Warfighter Mediterranean to fulfill my contract with DVG in order to receive my $100,000 for promotion. Yeah, about the split deck, I mean, I think it works good with a solo deck. I might play it with a solo deck. I think those Solitaire rules, you cannot even play it then fast. But yeah, splitting the deck wouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, I mean, you could here edit module. Edit module, I said. Yeah. There's not really that much here to edit. The game is done pretty well. Action cards here. And the decks are sorted. They are sorted, all doubles. And you can simply split them, drag and drop quickly, create 2 action decks. By copy paste them. Or copy paste and delete every second card. Then you can play those Solitaire rules as they intended. I mean, that guy absolutely has more clue. Really knows the game good. There's pretty sure good reasons for that. I might in the future play with one deck. But it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, yep. Then next Mediterranean. Okay, give me a second to get hit the restroom and we'll then return. So. And then we check out the Mediterranean mode.